today. From Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Seattle Seahawks.
We are about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Seattle Seahawks and the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks.
Get by for long periods of time without a top flight quarterback. The game is played with all the responsibility he has.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they'll be let out by the guy under center.
Back like that doesn't put them in bad situations.
That's complete. It's
gainer and a first down.
On first down.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2 at their 49-yard line.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. He got met on third down. Quick. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Defense had a chance to get off the field here. The opening drive couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important third down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Now these two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. Get it to Terry McLaurin, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And 9 yards.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Open man is Ayuk, complete.
Touchdown, 49ers.
Brandon Ayuk.
His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
And it becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that long. We'll see if they can continue that in future drives.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
Brandon, there's 2 weeks to go in the regular season, so you know the pressure is ramped up in so many ways. People have to win games, try and get their bonuses, the whole deal. but how about trying to close out an MVP award?
Just 2 weeks to go. There has to be a lot of pressure, though. We've talked about that in previous weeks, sitting on his shoulder.
Yeah, he can talk all he wants about, I don't listen to that, and there's no pressure. All we're doing is trying to win games. He knows, we all know, he's been the one who's been leading the pack. Let's see if he can close it out.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Out to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. From 4 yards out. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, he can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced as of offense.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The quarterback
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
These two teams all tied after one. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
We know play callers can be very creative in this game today, but sometimes when they've got receivers with speed like this, they don't need to design incredibly complex calls. Sometimes it's just get the ball in his hands and let him do his thing. In a sense, less can become more, and it was right there.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
On 2nd down now. Quick. And he's going to get this pretty close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 37. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
On the Seahawks 10-yard line.
On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
4 yards on the pickup. It's now 10 goal.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Just what Seattle was hoping for. The coverage holds, and now 4th down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Makes the score Niners.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play and play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field line
to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver.
2nd and goal.
Steps away. And he takes a shot on the release, as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
This is caught. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll them out. You got the option to run or pass. Just didn't work.
Not at all. The communication was excellent defensively to make sure that receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free. People forget their assignments on defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person, no one there.
Helpless feeling.
Helpless, because that gap between you and defenders now is going to close, and close quickly.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
12-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. We'll start by heading out west to Glendale, Arizona. And it's the Cardinals who are out in front as that game draws closer to halftime. Christian Kirk, a touchdown reception. From there, we head east to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And they've got the lead over the visiting Houston Texans. A.J. Brown, a touchdown reception. Lastly, let's get out to Jacksonville, see what's happening with the Jaguars at TIAA Bank Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting L.A. Rams. Eddie Lacy leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Will Lutz.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Another connection between the two. This one good for 12 and a first down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Airs it out toward the corner of the end zone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Seahawks able to make this a close game again.
I thought that was a nice job there of feeling the pressure and rolling out away from it and keeping the play alive. And I think he did it with the idea that his tight end would find his way free in the end zone, and his confidence was rewarded.
Myers connects on the PAT, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Take over 1st and 10. At their own 20.
Out comes this field general once more, leading his offense back onto the field. He's had one of those games that any quarterback loves, not only being able to complete some passes, but some deep passes.
And it's pretty to watch. I mean, it's an absolute joy to see, but let's face it, we got to give a little bit of credit where it's deserved, right?
Well, the protection's been great, if that's where you're going.
The protection's been phenomenal, but how about how it's been spotlighted, right? Our producer, Christian McLeod, our director, Kyle Burt, the rest of the crew, what they put together with these images and pictures, if you're an offensive lineman, that's what you're taking with you to contract time.
They're going to have a lot to take to contract time if this continues. They'll run on first down. Quick. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25.
39.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
3rd down and 7.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football,
There's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. They'll keep it on the ground. Quick. And taking it across the 45. 12 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained
rush coming, and he's
and plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. But now it'll be third down.
Now third and 19.
He finds Smith out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
No gain on the play.
1 quarter remains here in Week 16. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third and 9. Rolling to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on first and 10. Going for, he's got it at the 15. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
Gain of 42 yards on
that could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown? That gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead.
Jason Myers.
And that was a beautiful ball right there as he waited for his tight end to come uncovered in the end zone, so give him points for patience as well. Delivered it right where it needed to be for 6 points.
And he's able to put it through. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown.
Jason Myers to kick off.
Myers to boot it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. That's complete to his receiver, Ayuk.
49er.
A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll set up to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
42-yard line.
Looking to throw. Got his man over the middle. This is quick. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll look to throw here on first down. Finding Ayuk, middle of the field. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Another 49er first down. First and 10 at the 12-yard line.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I've got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Back to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football.
The quarterback.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Here's Carson. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
On first down, it's Carson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
That is caught inside the 5. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
And he is not going to get in there. He stops short of the goal line, and the lead is going to stay right where it is. So the defense gets the stop. I know it's situation to situation, but who has more pressure there, offense or defense, when they go for two?
I truly believe it's the defense has more pressure because the offense has an entire playbook wide open from the 2-yard line. You can run it, you can throw it. So defensively, I think most teams are going to be aggressive and force the issue and try and bring pressure.
So the victory here for Seattle, and it took a big fourth quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it, and let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the fourth quarter, but a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there, but in the fourth quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points, defense held them, and lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for the Seahawks, it'll be a 13th win on the year, and they'll return home next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Niners, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them, and they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.